We are gonna check out the trailer for the end of Oak Street. This is a upcoming dinosaur movie, a time travel-y, maybe dinosaur movie from what's his name? David Robert Mitchell, I think. The guy that did It Follows, who I really like It Follows, and I really like dinosaurs, obviously, so it's like peanut butter and jelly for me, I guess. Let's see what we got here. We got Dog.
Did anybody else see that weird light last night?
What weird light?
The wind was blowing all crazy. Starbuck was freaked out and barking.
Could have been lights from a helicopter.
Or a UFO? Aliens.
Shut up, Dad.
Water's not working.
Looks like the whole neighborhood's lost power.
What the hell is that?
Oh, fun. Hold on. We gotta go back. Am I seeing a Thagomizer? Looks like I'm seeing a Thagomizer. I can't tell. It's so far away. It looks like a Thagomizer. I think we got a Stego. Yeah, we saw this in the previous teaser.
I think that our neighborhood, our house, our whole street has moved.
How the hell is that even possible? Get out of there! Run!
What the hell's going on?
Get inside now!
I just heard a gunshot.
Holy shit. Wait, what is that guy? She got. I'm ready for some dino carnage. What is this guy? Who do we think this is? This is probably supposed to be the Jurassic. So this guy is like probably an early like Silurosaur, like Ornitholestes or something like that. Siluris? Something along the lines of that. The design is very consistent with what we saw from when the Allo was previewed. Feathered, like naked head, not very bright. Like, very similar to the Allo in that, like, I can't say that I love this design. It's not, like, doing anything that stands out to me that makes me go, oh, damn. But, like, it's a feathered dinosaur in a movie that isn't Jurassic Park. Like, we can't be mad about that. Wait, hold on. We gotta go back. What's the button to do the little frame by frame? There we go. Sorry, I'm looking for the feet. I'm just curious if it's got a raptor claw. Because, like, that's not wrong for, like, a Jurassic Silurosaur necessarily, right? I can't really tell there. Also, does it have, like, that shot there... Like, the foot is, you know, moving away from us, so it's hard to tell. But this toe, the one toe looks shorter. So it looks like it could have a bit of a raptor claw, which, you know, tracks with, like, Ornitholestes or something. I really hope it's not going to be anachronistic. Like, I'm optimistic with, like, Allosaurus and Stegosaurus maybe being in this, that, like, it'll actually be properly Morrison. Which would make me so happy to actually have, you know, something taking place in a time frame and actually correctly representing it, unlike the Dominion prologue. I'm trying to get a sense of, like, is there a tail fan there? I think so. It's really blurry. It really rushes past you. but like it looks like it's expanding outward as it moves over the camera. So that to me reads tail fan, which is cool.
Gather supplies. Grab anything you can use as a weapon.
Okay, we got some
Gonna
Ramphorhynchids.
do.
Let's look a little closer at them here. This is I don't know like if we have a particular Ramphorhynchid from like Morrison formation. So I can't say whether or not something like this would be anachronistic. I think okay. I feel like the design is probably very wrong. Because I feel like the wing membrane should really connect down to like the ankle on these guys, right? The wings feel incorrect. But yeah, I don't know. Don't know enough about pterosaur anatomy to be certain on that, but I feel like that's wrong. Yeah, I did a little Googling, but it's hard to get a definitive like proof of where the membrane should attach. There are wing impressions from like Ramphorhynchus, but you know, a wing impression, it can still make it ambiguous as to the relation of the leg bone to the wing membrane, right? Because an impression is generally not going to be like perfectly preserve in, you know, three-dimensional space the anatomy of the animal. It's going to be compressed and twisted weirdly. And so like the one fossil example I looked at, you couldn't tell where the wing membrane actually attached to the body. It's also possible that there could be some variance in the wing membrane attachments. So I don't know. Hard to say. It does look like there's a little bit of the skin flap here and like the elbow, which should be there, which is nice. I mean, I've seen worse pterosaurs, right?
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna survive.
Probably the aloe busting in there. Yeah, there's the aloe.
God's not gonna let us die here.
Greg, you only go to church at Christmas and now you're telling the kids God's looking out for us?
What about the people who are out there getting eaten?
Very Jurassic Park roar. At least I will say this. It's a roar after the animal has been injured. So it's not a I'm going to try to eat you now announcing my presence roar, which is very silly and not realistic. It's a fuck you for hurting me roar, which is marginally better. These animals probably did not roar though. It also could be, this could also be trailer editing shit. They do this sometimes in trailers. You know, if the animal makes it, opens its mouth, you know, the person editing the trailer might feel compelled to edit in a roar to make the scene feel more dramatic. It's possible it doesn't roar in the film. It probably does because, like, let's just, you know, make assumptions. Like, roaring dinosaurs has been very hard for paleo media to escape. I'm liking the look of the animal here in motion. We, of course, have those spines along the back, which aren't very realistic or anything. But, yeah, I mean, I'm liking to seeing more of this aloe, so... The hands look bad. It looked optimistic in like the first preview image that the hands would be correctly positioned. This looks very, you know, S-shaped or Z-shaped Velociraptor hand where the wrist is folding backwards, which they couldn't do. The hands should be facing each other. The wrists don't articulate like that. They don't twist. So this is looking wrong to me in this shot, which is really unfortunate because they looked pretty good otherwise. Still hard to tell for sure. Yeah, because like there's another shot. It looks, yeah, like the hand is folding forward like this. Unfortunate. That does make me concerned about some accuracy more. This aloe is like beat to shit, which is perhaps canonically appropriate for an Allosaurus. It certainly gives him some character, being all scarred up and stuff. I do like that the snout here looks decently like narrow and elongated. Like, it doesn't look like a T-Rex skull. This side shot here in particular actually looks like a larger Allosaurus to me. It's always something you got to be aware of in these movies. In dinosaur, like, you know, media in general, people making the skulls look too much like T-Rexes. Did we get a decent front shot for it? Like, what about here? Yeah, see that shot there? That skull's still pretty fat. That's pretty Tyrannosaur. Like, an Allo skull should be pretty narrow. Like, dinosaur skulls in general are very narrow. It's just the fact that Tyrannosaurus' skull is fat. It has, like, polluted the perception of theropod skulls in like, movies and stuff. And so they all tend to have this very, like, widened Tyrannosaur look. This is, like, a habitual problem in the Jurassic Park franchise with all the new creatures. Or pretty much every creature, honestly. Almost every theropod, even dating back to, like, the first movie, their heads are fat. They're very wide, and they should be, like, narrowed up, like, basically universally. Beyond the Tyrannosaurus, like, every, like, theropod skull in the Jurassic franchise is way too fat. And it looks like they're not escaping that here either. Like, people have obviously commented this Allo is very, very Jurassic Park coded, even calling it, like, a reskin of the Battle of Big Rock Allo, like, just taking the Big Rock Allo and putting feathers on it. I don't think it's that, but you could see the design inspo coming from Jurassic with this. I do like that the Allo also seems to be not running, because these animals probably didn't run. Like you know, these large theropods, right? These are animals that couldn't, like, you know, they always need a leg on the ground to support their weight, basically. They wouldn't be going off in, like, full sprints. Like, the speed of the T-Rex in Jurassic Park is not accurate in that sense. So I like the pace of the animal. Seems nice. Kind of stalking and whatnot. We don't see enough of it to say that's actually the case, right? So this is maybe me reading into things a little too much. Oh, is this gonna get, like, copyright claim because of the music? Probably. Alright, well, there it is. Why are we getting a bunch of Pokemon? YouTube, update your... Like, the Carnotaurus video makes sense. What the fuck? I don't even know what this... What? We got, like, a Nuzlocke? We got, like, an other random one? What is this? Is this, like... Okay, it's Japanese. Like, what is happening, YouTube? Anyway, not connected to the video. That'll be it for this video. Catch you later.